guys, I'm Kirsten, the problem solving teacher and Teachers Pay Teachers author. Today we are going to talk about how to create an email campaign in MailerLite. So MailerLite is the service I decided to go with just because the basic features in the for the free account met my needs for this part of my business at this time. You can always go with a paid version or you can go with a different email provider. What I have found is that a lot of the email providers have the same basic layouts and ideas and ways to edit. So this should help you no matter what email service provider you're using. All right, so first you're going to sign in. When you sign in, sign up, when you get here, you'll be on the dashboard. And from the dashboard, it tells you all of your information. I'm not that far into it. It really doesn't tell me very much yet. Create a campaign. That's the first thing you're going to do. It will bring you to a page that lets you do a subject line, sample campaign, because this is just for you guys. I decided that I wanted to have it be Kirsten, the problem-solving teacher. What I found as I'm on email lists to kind of see what works and what doesn't is that when people just told me the name of their company, I didn't like it. And if they just told me just their first name, I couldn't keep track of who they were. So I wanted to try to give them all the information about the sender. Then, content. It always takes a minute to load because they're creating so much stuff. Drag and drop editor. So the drag and drop editor is nice because this gives you can kind of see it's loading the different types of blocks in here. And I'm not going to do every step because it will take a long time to show you everything, but I'm going to show you how to sample everything and try to help you out with all of the different pieces of it. This is probably the worst part, is just the waiting for them to be like, oh, you're doing something, and it just takes a minute to load. And of course, feels longer because I'm trying to show you guys. So the first thing, after you create a free account, you click the campaign button. Do you see how it gives me this nice template as everything is kind of laid out for me? One of the things, I think it's better if I'm over here. So you can see there's all these different blocks you can add. You can pull it in, and then you can use those blocks to meet whatever your needs are. So there's a lot of different options over on this side. I honestly just kind of stayed with the basic. So I want to edit this because this is not airmail. I found that the easiest way to get it to bring me to my picture options is here, if I click the actual picture. So you can see I've already uploaded some pictures in here. So this is the banner I created. I did this in Canva. I took a picture of me, I took a picture of my logo, my name, and my niche is kind of writing poetry and all kinds of different writing right now, so that's what's there. So you can put that right in, it will pop in. Now you can make it bigger. There's a little arrow on the corner, and I want this big because this is the first thing people see. Here, a catchy header. Now, I started with my logo, but from here on out, one of the best things you can do is, you can see you can put a URL anywhere. Go to settings, and it is a really great idea if you decide what your fonts are going to be right off the bat. I like Montserrat, that's how you say it, because what I did, which was a huge mistake and huge time consuming, is, do you want to apply these settings to all visible title blocks? Yes, that will make it easier for me. What happened was when I was creating my email campaign, my email funnel, so several emails in a row, I was duplicating the email, and then I was changing out all of the needed information. but because I didn't change my fonts right away, I had to go back into each and every email and change the fonts and change the colors. And it was just extra time that I didn't need to take. Now I do have that nice little setting where it can help you go a little bit faster, but still, it still takes time. So I think it's a really great idea if you go ahead and you just change all of those settings right away. So this is the content, so this is that's the font that I use. I knew right away when I saw that font that I liked it because that is the font that I use when I create anything in Google Docs. So I knew that that's what I wanted. Now, if it's a black color, generally I'm okay with that. But I do want to make everything my colors. Now, my colors are stored actually in Canva is the easiest way for me to get the little hashtag code that represents your colors. And so when I go to Brand Kit in Canva, my colors are right there. And when I click on it, I can fill in the colors. I have two main colors. I mean, blacks and grays are kind of part of my brand, blacks, grays, and whites. But I have two main colors that I really use as part of my brand. One is pink and one is a turquoise. And I test both to see which one is not too much, because you don't want to have too much there for your audience where they're like, oh, that's too, I can't read that, or it's too bright. So just keep that in mind, like test out the colors, see what works well. Okay, footer settings. All right, so footer settings, this is where you are going to have your Pinterest and your Facebook, your Instagram, all of those social medias are listed down here. So you want to kind of keep that in mind. I chose to make this the turquoise because I'm using my pink there, and I thought it looked nice to have it different. Now the unsubscribe link I want to keep black, but when I add the problem solving teacher, you guys get to see my address because that's the default, but I do not want everybody to see my address, so I'm going to change that. My unsubscribe is fine. My link. So all of the links and everything, those look pretty good. Okay, so I think I have all of my colors set. I have all of my fonts set. If I missed one, I should see it as I go. Now I want to go through and I want to make sure, so I can put my URL here. And this way, if they're opening it, we'll open in a new tab depending on where they're checking their email rather than mess them up. Kind of something catchy here to tell them what this email is about. It could be the same as your email subject line. This is, they actually do a really good job prompting you on this. Here, edit image. Now, I want to talk to you about editing the image. One of my biggest frustrations is that when you upload an image, it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. So one of my biggest frustrations has been that I can't drag and drop. And some of my photos, just because of the quality of cameras these days, they were too big and I couldn't upload them to MailerLite. I had to make them smaller. So I talked to my husband and I asked him how I can do that. And what you do is in Photos, you go to File, you go to Export. I just selected a photo, export one photo, JPEG. JPEGs are smaller than PNGs, so I use PNGs a lot for good quality, but because of that I need something smaller quality, I'm doing JPEG. So the JPEG quality is medium. I'm going to do the size medium. That should be fine. And then you export it. And then you can, I should actually have I'll create a folder, new folder. Oh, I actually already have one. Email photos. Export. And that way I can then go in there and upload it. However, it takes a long time to load all my photos as an option, so I'm not going to do that. I'll just use one that's already here. So, yep, we can use that one. Select. All right. And then I have a photo up. Now, if this photo is really big, so I can just make it smaller. This is where I put the text. So I created my email funnel separately in Google Docs a while back, a couple weeks ago, and because I was just like, I want to make sure that I edit it, I want to take my time with it, I don't want to type right in the program because what if something doesn't save? So I just literally went into my Google Docs, and I'm not going to do all of that because it will take a long time for you, but I copied it and I pasted it here. So I had my full email funnel already done, which was super helpful. I highly recommend that you, if you're going to do a full email funnel, that you type it in Google Docs first or another typing program, and then copy and paste it in here just because it eliminates errors of things deleting on you by accident. Here, because this is my opt-in campaign, this is where my lead magnet is from, so this is a chance for me to send people to my lead magnet. So, I have my button, and it's like, free poetry lesson. So my free poetry lesson, I should actually probably do that as the picture if this was the same. My free poetry lesson, and what I can do is, I can go into my Google Docs, I can get the link for it. So you can see it's right here. Get link. This is the sharing link. So anyone on the internet who has this link can view it. So copy the link, put it in. Now you'll see that it says at the end here, it says sharing. You want to take that and you want to write copy, because this will force them to make a copy and save it into their own drive so that they won't mess with your original. So that's that, and that's my opt-in button. Now, I don't have a survey, but you can do a survey just like you can add any of these. You can also take them out. You just push the trash can. So this is where you can edit these. I'll tell people I felt like all that they needed to know was maybe my town, so that they know I'm a real person. And that's probably enough, you know. Problems. Here is where I'm entering my email, kirsten@theproblemsolvingteacher.com, because that is my domain. Social links, you can go through and you can add in your links. You can switch up which ones you share, and that way people can follow you on Instagram or wherever just by clicking that. Unsubscribe. You can put something like unsubscribe, no hard feelings, or something if you think that's cute. Now, the only thing I wanted to show you was, let's see, settings. So these are the settings. So this is the link to my email. And for that, because it's a link and I feel like the universal language of links is to have it blue. That one I did turn blue so people would know that they could just click on it. And I did want to underline it. Oh, that's... I don't know why I did that one. So you can change the colors depending on what you would like, and just make sure that it matches what you want. So, company name. So there's a lot of options and a lot of flexibility in what you can do. When you are done editing, you can save it. And one of the features that I really liked that I thought helped me make a cohesive email funnel or nurture sequence was once everything was all saved, you can select recipients. I could, yep, you have to pick a group, because you can have a couple of different groups that you send things to. And once everything's all saved, when you look in your campaigns, you can copy it. You can just push the copy button and then change out the information you need. So once you do all the hard work to set yourself up, it's fairly easy to keep your brand without going through all of those steps again, because that is time consuming. All right, I hope this was helpful for you. I hope that this advice can help you no matter what email service you use, and that it helps you create a good and successful email campaign. Don't forget to like and subscribe, click the link below, share your comments, tell me what you think, and have an awesome day.